In this video, we will be talking about configuration function setup, specifically other settings and notification settings. This is under user customization, configuration, function setup. First, let's look at other settings. The first one is sort standard for search screens. By clicking on it, you can decide the default settings that it will sort by. For instance, if we look at inventory process, and if we sort it as name and save, as you can see, when we look at the item code and under the process level, you can see that the sort is based on the name. However, when we change the sort standard for process into code, you can see that the process level code is based on the code number. So set them up to your company's needs. The second is the display approval line status. You can decide whether to set default, whether to display or do not display the approval line in reports. So in reports, such as in inventory 1 and reports, if you go to inventory balance, you can see that the display approval line is automatically checked. Also, keep in mind that the settings can be done by either a master or a setup administrator. The next setting that we're going to look at is the slip input mode priority. By setting it to move and view or enter and modify, you can select the preferred mode to enter or move around to view the data you've entered. So if you select move and view and head on over to a sales slip, and by clicking on the item code area, you can easily move around using your keyboard. Going back, if you choose the slip input mode priority to enter and modify, you can only move by pressing enter. The next one is a Groupware usage. Here you can see the total Groupware usage and how much you have actually used, and you can look at it by menu. So if you click on a certain menu, you can see that the sales menu has used this much of Groupware. Now if you click on the file count, you can also download the file, or if you go to click details, it will lead you directly to that sales slip, like so. The last from other settings is called the subgroup of level group status. If you decide to include the subgroup and click save, now let us look at the item level group. At the top, at the vegetables, we see parsley. At vegetable group A, we see carrots and lettuce, and at vegetable group B, we see onions and potatoes. By searching for the item group, and when we click on vegetables only, we can see all of them. However, when we set it to exclude subgroup and search again, only parsley shows up. Under notification settings, you can set share via messenger and slip. The first is set share via messenger. If you check the notify when, modify, delete, and save, if you edit an already shared notice via messenger and save it, you can see that the other ID has been not notified of the change. Now, if we click slip, you can set up a notification default setting. By clicking new, you can choose the type name. So let's say if you want to send a default notification to John every time you make a sales slip, make sure to enter the type name and set up the condition. Under menu to apply, choose the value for a sales slip, and click the default settings. Under notification target, click on John. When you apply and save, and go back to the sales slip, you can see the default notification target is set to John. So this was the video on how to set up function setups for other settings and notification settings.